Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another daily chat with Andy the Gabby Cabby. It's the second one of the day. We were here earlier, obviously. I've had such a Jesus Christ. As soon as I left you earlier, I was gone out the door in my car up the M20, M25. I had to grab some people, get back here. I got back here 8 o'clock, something like that. Bit of dinner, can of Coke, and straight out in the garage again to be here for 9 o'clock. It all went exactly to plan, and I was more than happy with that. Good to see all of you in the chat that have tuned in this evening. Not as many as this afternoon, granted, because I think purely because of the subject and the interest in it, we had a lot more folks in. I mean, I'll look at the statistics from that thing this afternoon. I was quite taken aback, actually. I'll just remind myself. Where are we? Look at my channel. Yes, in replays, because when you do a live stream, you have the people that are watching it currently. And then when you finish, people watch the replay that have missed it. And in replays at the moment, in the last, 5 hours, 8,300 people have watched that particular live stream. So it's very, very emotive subject that people wanted to look at and discuss. I found the differences between everybody quite. My alarm went off. My wife, her alarm went off. My son, his alarm went off. He knew nothing about it. He looked at his iPhone and thought, "What the fuck?" Yeah. There's a couple of YouTubers. The Black Belt Barrister said that his alarm didn't go off. Paz said that he had all the settings and things disabled on his, but it went off in a fashion. Adrian Allen says his didn't go off. So, there was various things going on, and some even went off early, about 2 or 3 minutes early. So it was a bit higgledy-piggledy, I think, all told. Anyway, welcome everybody to the chat. If you haven't done so already, please hit that like button as soon as you get here. We've got 73 watching at the moment, and I'd love the old parity to 86 it's just jumped up to. I'd love the old parity of thumbs up to everything else to be about the same. And let's have a look and see who we got. Angela Graham, hello. Hope you are okay. Theo O'Bovril, I'm in. Excellent. Good to see you. Tanner Family Memories. I've not seen you for a while. Hope you're okay. Blood Nose, one of my moderators, as usual. Good to see you. BBC losing money. Yes, there's talk about job cuts and redundancies and all that sort of thing, isn't there? All the way down the line. And it's a busted flush, in my view. It really is. We'll have to see. Sean Worrell, good to see you. What's this? Been watching a bit of your gaming, Cyberpunk, just my kind of game. You're really good at it, though. Okay, so you've got your own channel, Sean, have you? Let me know in the comments if you have. Anna Perkins, good to see you. Emma Jones, second time today where you've popped in. I noticed later on in the chat you've said that you've got the week off. Is that right? I hope you've got good plans. Julie Keys, again, hello to you. Goldie. Who else have we got? Thank you for the £2 super chat, and I certainly will have a coffee. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I need one. I'm like this. Today, what a joke that was. Yeah, what I've done, I've gone through and I've turned all the settings off on my phone. I only really did that for demonstration purposes because, there is an innate distrust of those that govern us. There is an innate distrust of everything they say and everything they do. And I don't blame people for feeling like that at all, really. And I've had wrap it up in tinfoil, shove it in a metal box, fling it in the microwave, turn it off for 3 or 4 days. I've heard it all. And, you're damn right. You don't want that level of control over your life, over your phone. But I was just curious. I wanted to see what actually would happen. Hence, I turned it on. I saw one comment earlier, some bright spark called me a hypocrite for turning the settings on when preaching to people not to do it. Okay, if that's your opinion, fine. But the whole idea of the exercise was to, compare notes and demonstrate and everything else. And rest assured, I've turned the bloody thing off now. Let's just hope it hasn't done any damage. Absolutely average. Hello to you, my friend. I'll be late. Just going to jump in the shower. Got held up with some stupid immaturity on another child. You're joking. What's going on? They're all out tonight. I've seen a load of garbage. Over on Twitter, something weird going on over there. I heard you were a rock star. Absolutely average. I think he used to transport them, didn't he? Hello, Julie Baldwin. Good to see you, Mad Spaniel, as well. Hello. Yes, I like your screen name there. Tracy Regan, Ian Reynolds, loads and loads of you. Ryan, hello, good to see you. I want to give Ryan a shout out. He's got I don't know if you're aware, but he's got a charity album out and he's raising money for veterans that suffer with PTSD resolution. And I got an early preview copy of his album and it's marvellous. And it's going out now to people that have donated. If you hop over to Ryan's channel, obviously subscribe to him and look up that information. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you've got an interview with the BBC coming up soon, haven't you, to try and push that a little bit more. I mean, I love it when things like this get in the mainstream because it gives it a little bit more legitimacy when you get scumbags in the background trying to poo-poo the good things that people are trying to do. You just carry on and you get there. And I wish Ryan all the best. Let's get that money in for that good cause. Who else have we got? Yeah, thank you, Ryan. I got an email this morning saying that the channel has hit 9 million views. And I'm ever so pleased with that. And we're approaching 40,000 subscribers as well. So can I ask, if you haven't, please subscribe. It really does help the channel. And we should get over that line, hopefully, within the next week or so. We're not far off, about, must be 100 now, 110, something like that. It really is getting that close. Factual Breakdown. Hello, my friend from America. Hope you're well. Good to see you. And everything's all right with you. Once I've done the live stream, I've got to record tomorrow's content as well. I've done one video earlier before the thing I did this afternoon, and one video early. Herman, yours didn't go off. Mine didn't go off and it wasn't disabled. Yeah, there's a mixed bag. I think it depends on the phone, the updates, the location, all sorts of things. I don't think it's as clear cut. Hello, absolutely above average. It's me, Lorraine, but I mod under this name. Absolutely above average. Yes, I like that. Excellent. P. Parker, 87. What's 87? Is that 87 likes? Well, we need to get that up to the ton, don't we? Turn the lights off on the phone, put it back on after 3. Nothing happened. Result. I was interested in that because there was a couple of people who switched their phone back on and the alerts went off. Regardless, it's like they were stored. Sounds as though you just got a ping message. Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Mum. Good to see you in the chat. And I hope you enjoyed your film earlier, which you told me about. That's when I gave you a ring earlier. 3 had problems with the alerts. Well, with their signal, I'm not surprised. Hello, Trevor. Good to see you. Tracy, turned all my alerts off, switched internet off, turned phone off, wrapped it in tinfoil, thought about baking it in the oven for 20 minutes. Would it taste nice? That's the thing. I mean, I just can't believe the amount of people that watched that live stream earlier. It just shows how, you know, people were. Emma, yeah, I'm visiting mum and dad for a few days from Thursday, as I will be 28, so I want my presents. Well, happy birthday to you, Emma, Ems. You changed your screen name, didn't you? I forgot about that. Plus, got a promotion at work. Whee! Excellent. Well done to you. I hope that comes with a pay rise as well. And so it should. I like to hear good news like that. I have the Amber Alert to my phone when a child is missing in my area. And I have a severe weather alert, which helped a couple of weeks ago when tornadoes came through. Yeah, the passenger that I picked up from Gatwick earlier on used to live in New York. He lived in Brooklyn for a little while and then lived in Westchester, of all places. And he was telling me about the Amber Alert system over there, where you get it for missing children and all that sort of thing. So I suppose it can have its uses in that regard, but the way we're being manoeuvred around over here, it's not great. Yeah, Blood Nose has put the link up to Ryan's Just Giving page to do with the charity album there. So if anybody can spare a second to go over and have a look, if you can't do anything monetary wise, at the very least share it. If you've got social media, share it out. Get it to your folks and see if any of them can help. As much exposure to that as we can get, the better. That would be great. Yeah, and he's put the links to Ryan's channel there as well, which is good. Andy, my dog starts the day at 5:30 a.m. watching your videos. He gets cross with me if I don't put you on straight away. See, even the canines are watching me. P. Parker, never update your phone. I have this bloody thing telling me all the time to do updates, and I don't. But the worrying thing was that damn alert still flew out everywhere, even though I don't update my phone. So how did it get on here? And why? Why now? Why are they putting this on? Do they know something we don't? Maybe I'm not too sure. Not too sure about that, but we'll have to see. Bless you. I love Russ and Ryan. I really do. Yes, they're good chaps, a pair of them. Absolutely. And if you haven't done so, go and have a look at Russ's channel, Absolutely Average, and obviously Ryan as well, two friends of the channel. That'd be great. Yeah, thousands on the 3 network didn't get an alert. I mean, I was with 3 years ago, and I was not impressed at all. You just didn't get the service, from what I'm led to believe. And it sounds like it probably hasn't changed much. Somebody sent me a thing, an article saying that emergency alert test was a bit of a mess. People didn't receive it. And there was an awful lot of early ones that went off. So not exactly 3 o'clock. So definitely a mixed bag all around. David, mine went off. No real problem envisaged. Yeah, it was just a pop-up message, wasn't it? And the option to get rid of it. But you couldn't use your phone at all the while that was on there. Christine, evening, Andy. Evening to you. Good to see you. I turned off that silly alert. And an older Android phone, it's still there. I have an Android 7 device as a work phone, and it still is in the settings. In WW3, phones won't work. That's very true. The old electromagnetic blast will take care of that. Definitely. I mean, Alan Pape came on the live stream earlier this afternoon, and he made a very valid point in the live chat about certain Android phones of certain ages. You wouldn't have to worry about it. You wouldn't get it on there. The chips in the side of the phone, when cooked, will taste nice, Andy. Yes, thank you for that one. I think that's microchips rather than oven chips. I think you'll find. What's the point of that squeak at 3 p.m. Springtime says, yeah. Well, they called it a test, didn't they? But a test for what? What's going on there? Lee is on free, turned the notifications off, and didn't get any bother. Russ, I like you, but not that much. Very strange having a shower with Andy the Gabby Cabby playing from the shelf. Yes, thank you for that. There are a lot of bridges in New York State, so when someone takes a child, tries to cross a bridge, they don't make it. I take it am I right? You've got like New York City, and then it all branches off into the different boroughs. Am I right, or have I got that completely wrong? I'm just trying to envisage what's going on. More money as I will be a head nurse, but more paperwork. That's the trouble, isn't it? More money, more responsibility. But well done, well done. That's brilliant news. I just need the damn MRI scan on my shoulder. I don't know if anybody can see it from, probably not from the camera angle, but one of my shoulders is lower than the other one. I've lost strength in the arm and the shoulder, and I've got awful pain. If you imagine a knife stuck in your shoulder blade, it feels exactly like that. The doctors have given me some painkillers and some anti-inflammatories, but I've just got to wait for scans. I had an X-ray, and that came back okay. So I just need the MRI, and I'm told that could take a while because a bit of a backup. So we'll have to see. Daphne Lynch, hello to you. Haven't been around for a while, but I saw you earlier live. I'd switched my phone off. A lot of people did. You know, we don't want that government control over our lives, do we? I mean, I had mine earlier because I was curious if and when it went off, did it go off, and what would it say when it went off? And you know, when the live was done, I quickly flipped all those bars the other way around. I tell you. UJ Audits, thumbs up. Thank you very much. Good to see you. Paranormal Channel X, good to see you as well. Hello again. And glad you made it. Second time today. I don't often do 2 lives in a day. In fact, I don't think I ever have. But that other one was important. So we needed to come on. Yes. Ryan, I think it was a compliance test. You make a very valid point there. How many complied? It's like what happened in 2020, which we were told would last a couple of weeks and went on for a couple of years. How many would comply? I bet they've got some measure of how many hit the OK button. I'm damn sure of it. They must have. And then, you know, they can push us a bit harder next time. But Retro on his bikes come up with a very valid point. Another YouTuber, go check him out. He said that the more they push you, the more you've got to push back at them and not let them have their own way. And I'm afraid I agree with that sentiment very much. Yes, I saw that. A Brit on holiday in Dubai posted they got the alert on their phone. They were in the live stream earlier, weren't they? I think that was Power in the Philippines, if memory serves. That's another YouTuber I've not seen around in a while. Fitness Hutch, hello. Another YouTuber. Go and subscribe to the Fitness Hutch. Very much into mental and physical health. And, you know, the pair of them over there do some good work. So we need to get them to 1,000 subscribers, actually. I think they're on 600 and something. I think they were 654 when I looked yesterday. So go over, have a look at the Fitness Hutch and see if you can, you know, help them as well. And they do some really good, worthwhile stuff on it over there. Yeah, Blood Nose is great. He's putting all of the channel names on there that I'm mentioning. The emergency alert thing was introduced into Android quite a long time ago. Yeah, I've got when you type in emergency into the search bar, the search settings, there are lots of things in there that say emergency. I mean, I've got a thing on mine, ICE, in case of emergency. And there's a load of contact numbers and other things in there. The alerts are built into every smartphone ever made since the early days. 2012 as in developer settings on old phones. It says emergency alert notifications on or off. So not good. Okay, that's useful information. Thank you, Christine. Appreciate that. I'm on 3, live on a building site, so makes sense. Absolutely. Yeah, people are saying 3 was pretty crappy. Joey E, switched my phone to 2G mode, had nothing come. Yeah, I heard somebody else say to do that as well. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, looking through the chat, you know, I love the community setup here. Everyone just gets on with everybody, don't they? It's brilliant. It should be optional, so if you need it, great. If it stresses you out, then you should be able to opt out. Freedom of choice. Exactly. I appreciate that very much. Listen, everybody, this is the daily chat with Andy the Gabby Cabby, Sunday evening edition. Welcome to everybody that's joined us. We've just had a little drop off. We've lost about 40 people. I don't know where they've gone. Hopefully it'll jump up again. If you haven't done so already and you're in here, please hit the like button. I'd appreciate that. And also subscribe if you haven't done so already. It's free, no obligation whatsoever. And again, it does help the channel out very much indeed. So I appreciate that very, very much. Changing the subject. Hang on a minute. What's this one? You were right, Andy. You have the borough of Manhattan, known as New York City. You have the BMW bridges, Brooklyn, Manhattan, and Williamsburg. Going to Brooklyn and Queens boroughs. Okay, cool. That's great. I thought it was something like that, or I got that impression. Yeah, we've just suddenly had a jump up again of people, so some might have timed out maybe. Upset with Funky for the post he put up the other night. I have complex PTSD, so I really took it in. I'm sorry, Andy, but I feel better listening to you. I feel you're genuine and doesn't spread fear. Fair comment, Andy. Fair comment, but I think he was just trying to put information there. I don't think he was implying anything specifically. I think he was just trying to put information there. Now, unfortunately, sometimes when certain information is put in front of you and you interpret it in a certain way, it can make you fearful. It can. And unfortunately, when you have, you know, conditions like yourself, complex PTSD, it can do you in. You know, do you make the decision, do I zone out and switch off, or do I keep listening? Or there is a lot of scary stuff out there. There really is. And it's just trying to pick it apart. Do you know about the 5 families in New York? Do you mean families as in don't mess with families? If so, enlighten me. Frozen tongue, frozen shoulder, Andy. Might be, CG says. Well, what it is, I've got it here. I've got like a pain in the elbow joint. And every now and again, I'm getting tingly fingers as well. And when I went to the doctor, she said it actually presents as some kind of nerve issue. So I've just got to wait and see what happens. But yeah, it could be. Andy, are you suffering from banker's doom? I think everybody is in one way or the other. But I will never comply, says the fitness hutch. Yeah, I think we all should be like that. Sounds good. I hope all goes well, mate. Hi, Andy. Looking well. Brian Reynolds says, thank you very much, Brian. I've got another weigh-in tomorrow, so I'll see if I've lost any more. Oh, bloody hell. You won't hear this, but I came out to the garage. I've got a T-shirt and a cardigan on, and that's it. And it's now pissing hard with rain outside my house. I'm going to get wet. In fact, it's coming down really, really hard. Not sure if you can hear it now. I've got the same issue in the shoulder, bloody agony, but I can't step foot in a doctor's or hospital here ever again. I do not trust them, Carmen says. Aren't you taking anything for it? Carmen, let me know. There was a thing that was recommended to me earlier called Tiger Balm, which apparently is something that was first seen by this chap. It was actually retro again in Singapore. So I don't know whether that would be any good. Apparently you can get it in Boots, so it might help. It might. I think we need to be pushing harder. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it will only go on all the while we allow it, won't it? It's. Thank you, Andy. Love the lives, but you froze just as you were saying nice things about us. You just want me to repeat myself, don't you? Oh, buffering, right. That might explain why I had a little drop off of people watching earlier, people coming out again. Fitness Hutch has lost his whole feed. That's probably because your crap internet at your house, like you told me about before. I don't know. Tiger Balm is okay, Andy, but the strongest CBD cream is much better. Yeah, I know somebody that has that for their knee, so it might be worth it. But yeah, I like Funky. I mean, I went on one of his lives as well, and chatted to him at length in private. Really nice guy, and some good stuff. Reflexology is good for shoulder pain. That sounds painful in itself, but I know it, but I don't understand it. I might look into it because I can't put up with this for much longer. It's doing my head in. Absolutely. Miss L, good to see you. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining the chat this evening. Yeah, they call them 15-minute cities, don't they? Top of Truth, Theo. I'll have to see what happens. Andy, keep your left hand on the gear knob. Tony James, absolutely. I think when the UK snaps, they'll do it in style. You can only push people so far, can't you? And then eventually they will snap. It's like anything, anywhere where you push people around. They just won't put up with it any longer. They won't put up with it. I mean, I found one of the things we're talking about a lot is cameras and ULEZ and low traffic neighbourhoods. And the company Siemens comes up quite an awful lot in discussion. And one of the things that Funky come up with there is, Siemens is on the list of companies affiliated with the WEF, which is quite interesting. And there's loads of technical paperwork to do with these cameras. For example, this here, this is technical documentation to do with these cameras that are going up everywhere. And they've got all the specs on them. And one of the things they're talking about is that they're linked together in some kind of VPN, virtual private network. So they're all talking to each other and all passing information back and forward to each other. Now, if they're in a VPN, you've got IP addresses involved. When you've got IP addresses involved, you've got to say, are they open to any kind of exploitation? Maybe, I don't know. But there's loads of information there on it. I'll stick the link to that PDF in there so people can see. Get rid of this. And we'll put that in there. And another thing that somebody sent me, what TFL do, they have a, let's see if I can find it. Yeah, what TFL do, they have like a procurement list of, you know, what they buy and how much. Yeah, TFL purchase list of items over £5,000. Now, there was a couple of these cameras that were put up in 2020. One in Old Street, and it was put up in March of 2020, 31st of March, at a cost of £42,381.36. And another one went up in Old Street as well, £122,141.32. So nearly £200,000 worth of camera equipment. And people are going around shoving carrier bags over these things, carving them down with saws and all sorts of stuff. And how much more can they replace? It's costing absolute fortunes. It really is. Let's have a look who else we got in the chat. Andy, yes, Tiger Balm. Okay, you've been trying that yourself. I also got told something about a massage gun as well. Not sure about that, but let's see where we go. Andy, I had the same problem in my shoulder. I was told to take 2 and 1 till it went away. Yeah, the one, the anti-inflammatory, the over-the-counter stuff isn't working with me. It's not strong enough. So they've given me the 500 milligram stuff. You have to get on prescription, and they've given me another kind of painkiller which targets nerve pain more than like general pain, and that seems to be taking the edge off. But I can only have a minimal dose of that, because if I go any further, I won't be able to drive. They make you drowsy. Instead of people getting afraid about what some YouTubers say, they say a lot of fearful stuff to get clicks. Keep that in mind and don't take everything seriously. That's a good point, Anna. I mean, what I do, what I tend to do, if I see something, I will check it. I will look for like 3 or 4 other occurrences of that one thing. And if there's consistency, then I will report it. If there isn't consistency, then I'll dismiss it. Now, I have a chap who I very much appreciate that sends me news articles on a daily basis. And, he's great. Really is a great help to me. And he gives me 3 or 4 separate sources, separate news sources, where I can check to see if the information is consistent and relevant before I make a video on it. And I'll also include those sources for you to read as well. I mean, that's important. At the end of the day, when you are here on YouTube telling people things, people are influenced by what comes out your mouth. So you've got to make sure that you're on the game, or on your game. Otherwise, you could do all sorts of damage. Good evening with Funky and Mr. Vobes. Yeah, Richard got kicked off of YouTube for a week, didn't he? Some kind of strike. I was trying to get to the bottom of why that was happening, why he got the strike, what video. Westfield 90, have you lost weight? You look thinner. Thank you for noticing. I've lost nearly 2 stone. I think it's about one stone, 8.5 pounds so far. I've got another weigh-in tomorrow. I am really on the case. I was getting like really fat and obese and yucky and horrible. So I've been working really hard on my diet. I've been upping my exercise and trying to get it off. I've got the thin Andy head on, so hopefully we'll get somewhere. When they snap, those who've never had to face adversity are in real trouble. Absolutely. Miss L, thank you, everyone. And Andy, who acknowledged me, you're very welcome. You'll be acknowledged here. Everybody gets on with everybody else. And, what I want here with us is mutual respect. Treat everybody with respect. I won't say be kind because that's a bit leftist. But just treat people how you wish to be treated. I've had people be arseholes for the sake of it, basically, and they quickly get shown the door. That's just not good for anybody. I've just had something come through. Okay, I will look at that later on. Yeah, not paid council tax for 3 years. All I get is letters from bailiffs. Still refuse to pay them too. Somebody asked a question on one of my videos earlier. Where is this chap that was going to come on who was going to tell us about council tax and how not to? Well, I put a challenge out a couple of weeks back. Well, probably more than a couple of weeks now, where I said, there's lots of people who say, I've not paid council tax in such a long time. And then you have people like the black belt barrister who say, well, actually, you're talking crap because if you do this, you'll be in XYZ trouble. There's loads and loads of information in both ways about this subject. And I put a challenge out. I said, if anybody hasn't paid council tax for an amount of time, has gotten away with it, can prove it, and has the will to help other people, get in contact with me, get your backside on here and show people exactly how it's done. Now, a guy did contact me and I said, right, let's set something up. Let's get you on here. And unfortunately, the contact pitted out. I haven't heard anything since. So I don't know what's going on. But talking of live streams, he won't be here at the moment because I know he's at work. Frugal Stew. Next Sunday at about 9 o'clock, I will be on here with Frugal Stew. So it will be a two-hander, me talking to him about what he does and, any advice he can give. And he's a channel that's got a couple of thousand subscribers, so he's building up as well. Bloodnose has just advertised our Discord. We do have a Discord page. The whole Discord server was kindly set up by Absolutely Average's man on there. So please go on and check that out. And, it's good because you can get to talk to people and don't necessarily have to wait for me to do a live or a video. That's good. That's good. While we're at it, folks, I've noticed we've got quite a nice number of people in here, 195. That's more than we usually get on just a normal chat. So I'm really pleased with that. Thank you so much for your support. I don't know if that's because of earlier or what, but, I'm ever so grateful. If you haven't done so already, please hit the like button. Let's make sure that's up over 100. I always like to do that because it helps the algorithm push everything out. If you're watching this for the first time, please consider subscribing. And also, if you're a long-term watcher and you haven't already, please either subscribe or if you are subscribed, make sure you still are, because I am getting people getting knocked off and not realizing it. There is a thing within the YouTube studio that tells me who is subscribed and who isn't that's watching. And, the figures are quite wacky. Only a matter of time before someone drives a car at the Stop Oil protesters, talking of people snapping. Well, wasn't that... there was that lady, wasn't there? I think it was round Romford Way. I can't remember exactly where, but she was trying to take her kids to school, and these people were sat down in the road. And she got the hump and said, if you don't move, I'm going to move you in my car. And that's exactly what she did. And I think she got prosecuted, didn't she? It was, laughable. But yeah, that was just a nudge. I mean, one day somebody's going to drive up the full force, full speed. I've forgotten it's St. George's Day, no mention on any of the channels at all. Yeah. If you have other occasions celebrated by other people, trying to be a bit cryptic, goes everywhere, doesn't it, Richie? Goes everywhere. But I have seen mention of St. George's Day, and happy St. George's Day to everybody. That's a definite. I have seen people mention it on Twitter and other social media. So it is there. Springtime, it's frozen shoulder and lasts about a year. I had some symptoms. Yeah. One thing that's driving me nuts, I can't think of how I did it. I mean, by virtue of what I do for a living, I lift a lot of cases in and out of vehicles. Now, I must have pulled it on one of those, or maybe something in karate might have made me do it. It's, yeah, I've been in the wars lately because I did my ankle up as well. So that's better. It's just my shoulder. I couldn't sleep on it for a little while until the painkillers kicked in, but it's good now. What's this? Oh, God, on about cameras. I had to spend £100 on a body cameras when I visit Slough to see my uncle. Very dangerous. So I have 12-hour record time on it and always recording for my own safety. Isn't it a shame? Isn't it such a shame where we're reduced to that, walking in our own streets and our own neighbourhoods? It's mad, getting out of control. It really is. Oh, okay, Angela. You know Vic's favourite. Usually when I get a cold, I shove a stream of that under my nostrils, and usually good for that. I'll give that a try. See if that works. Bridge. A couple of mine have subbed to you. May have subbed to you. That's all good. Will we go as far as the French? They know how to make a point. Yeah. When they decide they've had enough, haven't they? They literally down tools, everything done, sit down, cause chaos until they get their own way. I don't know whether we would ever go that far. Something about the stiff upper lip, isn't there? Just having a look through some other stuff. I didn't really prepare any material tonight because of, getting back and forward. It's literally just a chin wag and acknowledging some of you guys, really. Best of luck getting hold of an MRI, Jesus. Your viewership on the 3 p.m. slot was exceptionally strong. Maybe we were all hiding away from the alert in the YouTube bunker with you. Yeah, there was, I think when we had it on, there was nearly 900 people watching. I'll tell you what the stats on it now are. I tell you, I'm knackered. I really am knackered. I've still got more work to do after we've finished here this evening. I'm having trouble stringing my sentences together, that's for sure. I'm just going to have a look in the YouTube studio and see how we're doing. Yeah, we're 39,882 subscribers. So that's 118 to the 40,000. Hopefully I can try and get that done and out. We've got so many comments on that earlier stream as well. Yeah, nearly 9,000 have watched that live stream in replays. It's crazy. And the comments Yeah, tons of them. Absolutely tons of them. Wonderful stuff. And it just shows how much people really wanted to know about that because of the things. You should always read the terms of service. Terms of service of what? What you're referring to? Have I missed a comment somewhere? My God, there's some comments on here this evening. And we've got 202 watching. Well, 201 now. Welcome to you all. I appreciate your support and good to see you all here. Make sure you hit the like button. Is now a swear word. I think it always was, wasn't it? What's this? The 8 a.m. scramble to get an appointment is ending on May the 15th. There's going to be a major shake-up with GPs. Yeah, we have a new thing at our surgery called, I think it's a new problem clinic. If you've got a new problem, you literally turn up and somebody will see you. That's what I had to go to. It seemed to work quite well at my place. Trisha, hello, good to see you. Yeah, Fujitsu Siemens. Richie reports. I just called it Siemens because that was the report. I know it's Fuji as well. We used to put in a lot of their servers when I worked in IT. Used to install pretty good servers at the time. We used to do them and IBM as well. Christ, I've just seen what my eyes look like. I'm like falling asleep. Nuts. What we got here? Just had something pop up. And there we go. Factual breakdown. Thank you very much for the $20 super chat. Coffee and a treat later, Andy. I shall indulge myself. Don't you worry about that. And thank you for the support, my friend. What's this? South Lake Union is going to be busy, so expect being caught in bumper traffic. Plan well ahead to get some place. Trouble with the French taking to the streets is they end up with a national shortage of tyres. Yeah, they usually burn the bloody things, don't they? That's for sure. Nice one, Factual. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Hope my super sticker came through. I didn't see one from you, Sanity Checkers. It usually comes up the top, doesn't it? I'll have to have a scroll through, but thank you. Where are we? For those who may be new, over my 3 years with the channel, Andy and I have become friends. Friends look out for each other. Thank you for the kind comments. Absolutely Factual breakdown. I appreciate you, your friendship and your loyalty. It means a lot. And that goes for everyone else. Yes, apparently it did come through, Ryan. Thank you very much. I saw Factual's $20 come up. I'll see if I can find yours. Got it. There it is. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, my friend. £2 super sticker. Fitness Hutch is 342 subscribers away from 1,000. So if you haven't done so already, go and check them out. You know, it only seems like a few weeks ago, but I'm sure it's longer than that. Nobody knew who he was. I've had him on here. Trevor Court's had him on his. He's chatted with Absolutely Average as well, Russ. And have you had a chat with Sanity Checkers, Ryan? I'm sure you have. And, you know, we've had you on all of our channels, and it's really good to see you grow the way you are. You know, we all help each other to succeed. YouTube, you've got to build communities of YouTubers, and, you know, you've got to become friends and bounce off each other. That's how it works. But at the end of the day, a lot of the, I suppose, hard work in the channel is down to you. You're what drives it. Andy was the first person to ever donate to my channel. I'll never remember that. You mean you'll never forget it? I know what you mean. Angela, I didn't see you in the chat, but I just saw that. Good to see you and catch you anon. I hope you're okay. No, it's only a few weeks ago. I've blown up in the last month. Yeah, it's amazing growth. When you pick a particular niche to, which really touches people, you will grow quick. That's great guns. Where are we? Amazon. So $20 is £16 and 13 pence, not 30 quid. Yeah, it's the other way. Yeah, here's another one. Bridget, BCTV, a different videographer with opinions, only needs 12 to get to 200 subscribers. So let's give her a shout as well and help her over the line. No, I meant what I said because I'm stupid. You're not stupid. You're just absolutely average, or absolutely above average, as Lorraine called you. Where else are we? Yeah, there'll be 4 videos coming out in the morning. I recorded one of them earlier before the earlier live. I've just got to do the other ones when we're finished here. I've got all the material lined up. I've just got to talk into my phone and get it done. Hello, Mum. Good to see you. Hope you're okay and doing well. Where are we? 9,000. That must be your biggest audience so far, David said. There was another live stream I did, well, a long time ago now, about a particular subject I don't really want to go into, and I've had to set that live stream to private. But let's just say that did very, very well. But in recent times, this one with 9,000, David, is one that is 9,000 is one that I've done now that's really gone great guns. Really gone great guns. Ever so pleased. That's an interesting read. I'm not going to say those words, but have a read of that statement. Doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Thank you for bringing that to our attention, Tony. Not surprised. Sanity checkers, a Red Bull is probably more effective right now. You know, I drank one of those on the way up to Gatwick to get my passengers. I probably should have drunk one on the way home as well. Where am I sick because I'm stupid? Dear, oh dear. Matt's off. Good night to you. Thanks for dropping by. There's so many in the chat tonight. So many in the chat. I do apologise if I've missed certain comments. I mean, just to let everyone know again, next week there will be Frugal Stew. He will be in the chat with me, having a natter about what he does and, try and impart some help and everything to people. That's what it's all about. I don't see the rate when I donate, but I'll keep that in mind in the future. That's fine, Lorraine. $20 is $20. That's, I really do appreciate it. I think the dollar to pound rate does kind of, go up and down a bit, you know. So that's fine. It's really fine. I appreciate your support and your help. Just see what other comments we got here. Yeah, we got 205 in the chat, everyone. If you can make sure that like button's hit, I want to make sure we get over 100 at least. Well, more than that, as we got 200 in the chat. Andy must have been drunk to donate, laugh out loud. You don't get drunk on that stuff. I do donate every now and again, believe you me. Absolutely average means he'll always remember that. Oh, I must have misread it. Either that or he mistyped it and meant what he said somehow. I don't know. Okay. Right, folks. I'm going to... oh, hang on. What's Julie said? Andy and his channel are great subs as well. I was in the hospital a while back and nearly died. And Andy and the subs were there for my man and also me. I can't thank him enough. Oh, God, Julie. Yeah. Julie, well, it was a long time ago now, wasn't it? Actually got COVID very, very badly indeed. And it was so bad, they actually lost her a couple of times and had to get her back. And Julie's partner was in touch with me, telling me what was going on. And they tried, well, I suppose a last-ditch medical treatment to bring her around, which thankfully worked. And she's still here, thank goodness. But yes, that was touch and go. And again, we were here, and there were people generally worried. That's how long we've been here for. Must be 3 years or so now. It's got to be. Yes, Richie, that vid. He who shall not be mentioned. Right, tomorrow, content will be out. From 8 o'clock in the morning. Sorry, I was just reading something that caught my eye there. There'll be 4 videos as per usual. We've had 2 lives today. Thank you very much for your support and all of those. That's great, particularly the one earlier. I can't believe how that's exploded. I will ask some things of you. Please like this. Please like the videos because it helps with the algorithm and everything. If you find useful information, please share it on your social media. Again, that does help this channel grow. Make sure you subscribe if you're watching. Again, that helps the channel grow, really helps the support. There was about 70% of people that watch this channel aren't subscribed. Isn't that amazing? It might be people that just come in and think, oh, what's that? And then off they go. But again, that does really help. And most of all, be there for each other. And, support each other, support the channel and everything else. Those of you that I've given shout outs to tonight, I hope you get a few and it does help you out. And well done to everybody that's succeeding in YouTube. I'm going to say good night because I am gradually nodding off. So thanks again, everyone. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. Have a good week. Toodaloo.